children of planet Earth.
What's up, very good morning. Good morning. Wow. Ooh. Gmail. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Ready to get started here. All right, economic calendar. Let's get all this stuff set up. There we go. All right. Market trading up. We got this nice little setup bottoming out this week. Not too terribly bad. Nothing on the news. He's kind of light today. Earnings kind of light today. All right, let's get ready to get rolling here. What's up, friends? You ready to do this? Smash that like button, friends. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Shout out to whoever fixed resilience. Oh yeah, we've been cranking out stuff left and right on the optimization side. Hello from planet Earth. I love that. I love that song. When I first heard that song, I remember I was like, I'm gonna use that for the stream. I was at a it's great. Sorry, I was at a lounge pool at a little boutique hotel. And they were playing like chill music like that. I was like, "Hello from planet Earth." I was like, "Oh God, I use that for rocket scooter." All right, it's monthly OPEX. Let's take it easy. Opening as a gap down, sitting there below the box. Let me take it easy. I'm not going to rush into this one. But it's looking good. Oh, we have index divergence right out the door. Nasdaq is bad. S&P is good. Be careful. Be very careful on this one. 66. Okay, we're seeing the gaps coming through. Markets trying to push. Big heavy tech hitting here. Oh, below hedge pressure. Shit. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. All right, guys, let's take a look at what we got here. MHP. Oh, wait a minute. Opening below MHP. This is interesting to see. Okay. I'm going to long a 426 break. That's it. That's all you need. All you need to know. Yep. Hey, interrupting you, dude. Really quick, if you don't mind. Yeah, we're opening below 426 on S&P SPY. This is monthly options expiration day, so everybody be very careful trading days like this. It can be violent and choppy, but we are opening below monthly hedge pressure, which is a bearish gamma situation going into close. We are opening also off of a bullish support on VIX, so we have 19 in UVXY, which is one of the monitors we do. So this is going to be a choppy, volatile potential downside on the close for this Friday. So I'm not looking to take any long trades here unless we clear 426 with some velocity. But VIX has anchored itself to show a volatile day. Nothing today is going to be clean. So.
Do you want to talk about this DE number we're seeing? Because I haven't seen it this low in quite some time. What could that hint?
Which number?
DD is sitting at 0.53 right now.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, so what that number represents is the percent of market cap in what we call bull and bear zones. It's bull and bear zone rocks use a line in the sand between where bullish positions and bearish positions share majority in the market. We isolate that from our algorithm capabilities in the options market. So DD being a 0.54, it has been in the 90s for the longest time. This could be an opening mechanic, but what this actually represents is the percentage of market cap in bear zones over the bull zones over the total bull plus bear. So 50 is right on the cusp of switching to bearish market again. We've only seen it less than 52 times this entire year that we've been rallying. It's in the high 90s, which has preserved the greater bull market or revealed the greater bull market. So being close to 50 could just be an expiration mechanic. So I take today with a grain of salt. When we wake up Monday, hopefully it should be solid again. But this is not going to be a clean close to the month. So this is going to be a really crazy day. I think day traders take it very easy. Trade light, trade small. Don't take any big directional plays, and whatever we see today is very likely to be undone by Monday. This is a weird opening situation. All things are very bearish out the door, so we need to get some confirmation before I even try to take any longs or anything, for sure.
Yeah, the way I'm looking at things, I'm not touching anything right out to get here at all personally. So.
Yeah, guys, I might pop a short on MHP. We'll see.
Day trading scenario for me personally.
They're talking about me on Spaces real quick. But let's keep an eye out, right? Watch VIX. VIX is in a weird spot too. VIX has that bounce point as well. MHP, should we? Should we try it out? Let's hit it. Why the fuck not? I'll never push the damn short button. Let's just fucking do it. Whatever. Very rarely do I take shorts against this market. What do you mean no short since we're below MHP, Lee? I don't understand what you mean. Yes, I always short off at MHP from the bottom.
But I don't like it. I don't feel
I'm actually gonna take a. I'm just gonna play the volatility today. I just now loaded up a short against this current pop in the S&P off 426 SPY. I'm shorting S&P futures. Hope the volatility starts to pick up on this. I think we have some downside, maybe close towards the 42.70, 42.60s range, but we'll see. I mean, I've got a really tight stop on it, but structure's just really, really booty today. What's up, Ashton?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the
Oh yeah. No, I only say I'm only because it's still bullish.
reason why UVXY is
Right. I only short off of MHP when we get there.
because the UVXY.
Whenever I do short.
So if the
My bad.
UVXY catches a bid, which it did yesterday, and it looks like it could again today.
And it's right on the cusp here too. So this, we got to look at MHP resilience today. Index divergence situation, down and down. Okay, cool.
It's also sitting right on its hedge pressure, so we can see a squeeze on the UVXY, aka the VIX.
We'll see how it works. Res is still negative, which means limited upside here. So if we break, it's a massive squeeze to the upside. That's the one thing I'm just worried about. So I was saying if I do long on greater bull structure, which is what we still kind of have-ish, I would wait for that break to take the long. So we'll see. Hold on. Let me look at the risk interval real quick. I still think it's bullish. That's why I didn't want to short. But I do like to take that scalp short at MHP. It would be a sell-off data there, so if we get it, we get it. So let's just do it, whatever. Where is risk interval on NASDAQ is 15.5. Okay. So all of you that are in the extended trial, by the way, you got upgraded to Pro Plus. So our extended trial now is Pro Plus. You get to check it out. Yeah. So everybody should be able to see the risk interval tabs and all that now. So y'all got a free upgrade to at least the extended trial. Now it'll expire if you don't update to the or upgrade to the big package. So make sure you guys give the stream a like, a follow, like the damn stream, please. Love y'all. Subscribe to the channel. We love y'all. Y'all are getting free fire. See, that's one of the things we want to see. This. Let's watch resilience deteriorate today. This is a pretty. The market doesn't want to be bearish and wants to be bullish still. Let me see this.
And I think that will kind of lead us to an unclenched market going into next week with broader trading ranges. 4250 on SPX is a pretty important level both technically and given options positioning. It is an area that could act as a bit of a volatility trigger and a football today. So if we do see that break down, that would be pretty negative. That would probably open up some more downside on today. On the other side of that, if we're able to bounce there and really start going quick above the level, I think that would look pretty good.
Volatility. I was hoping we get some volatility play off of this.
Establish a 5-minute opening range. I tend to prefer more of a 15 to 20-minute opening range to get an idea as to whether we're going to see a trend day or not. But I would caution for everyone out there, as the other speakers wisely cautioned as well, trading on OPEX day, trading on OPEX week, a lot of these correlations, intramarket dynamics, and technicals don't work the way that we would hope for them to work. So your probabilities of success are quite a bit lower in the U.S. market. There are certainly other asset classes that one can consider.
That's it.
On a day like today.
I'm taking it, guys. What do y'all think? It's a pretty simple setup, I think. It's pretty obvious. And sorry, Lee. Yeah, I will take a long if we break 426, if it's a greater bull market. I will short MHP off MHP if we're below it right here. It's this 1B trade. So open, yellow open is this. It's this tiny little space right here. Losing open is a fall to DD. This is exactly on liquidity map. This is my trade. Y'all love liquidity maps. This is just drawing it out for you, what I want to do.
Magnificent seven that have really led this rally this year, mostly on multiple expansion, but the lower stocks that have been breaking down. If we look at NASDAQ new highs versus new lows, there's a lot more new highs. Really the most that we've seen.
This could be a 30, just like from here, it's a 30 to 10. It's a 3-to-1 trade.
So underneath the surface, even though the mega caps are sort of hiding,
Right.
happening a bit because of their enormous weighting, you know, the S&P has got 10 stocks.
Why you draw like in the direction is going to be.
Of the index. You imagine that you're going in the S&P market cap weighted index buy or something like that. 30 cents of every dollar you put in is going to 7 stocks, and another 70 cents, about 493 stocks.
Okay, there's a little bit of a bump there.
Of course, when you're selling, that pressure also.
It's a very strong wave here. Let me make sure nothing.
You know, when we zoom out, those 493
That was a good candle coming out through there. So it's gonna be choppy with monthly expiration.
where, most bear rallies, once you get off a bear low and you go into a new bull, they're led by equal weight, they're led by small caps. There's a more universal appreciation for risk taking. We haven't really seen that. I think that's something to take into consideration, that this has been a little unusual in that sense. And given that we're going into earnings season and these same 7 to 10 stocks are really going to be very important drivers of price discovery moving forward, I would
Yeah, it is positive. That's the one thing that was kind of concerning me
big risk in either direction.
on a short,
Downside risk is
and it wants to hold.
as we're seeing another phenomenon play out here as well. We have geopolitical risk.
So out the door is like right on the edge, and then it was below, and then now we're above. So now it's looking likely to squeeze me. Now we got competing resiliences, right? Yellow takes precedence, white takes precedence over yellow. So remember, resilience half gap is
Typically during any kind of geopolitical tension,
half gap
dollar and bonds get
is priority over yellow. So if they're tied, and the decision I want to make is, well, they're not really at the same action point, but right here, this resilience being negative is gonna pop us to the top of the box and then flux down. That's what I'm looking for. So right now the setup is that we're trapped inside of here.
the sort of out of control
Yeah.
fiscal situation with Powell. Yesterday said the fiscal path of the United States is unsustainable. I think we're seeing in the supply-demand dynamics of the bond market already. There's too much supply. Like the Fed, China, Saudi have stepped back, Japan has stepped back, and
So I'm gonna do the full risk to reward on this.
and institutional inflows. So when you look at Treasury flows, they look great.
So res is starting to repair itself as well.
There's far too much issuance. It's going on longer and longer tenors. That's likely to push up the long end, and that could add to some of the pressure. So I would just say that some degree of caution is warranted here because of the unusual nature of the rally. It really relies on just a handful of stocks. It's not broad-based, and with rising
If it goes to HP, would I short back to MP? Yeah, I would.
being more rate sensitive than some of the other components of the market, I think that
If I weren't in a trade,
and possibly
I would short off of hedge pressure to monthly hedge easily.
mega caps and equal
If I'm bullish the market, I'd long on the hedge break. When I was talking this morning about the bull side, I would take the 2 break to blue if I felt that conviction to be long. But with resiliences being negative today, here's that flux back to the box, res less than 0. That's what I drew at the start of the day. This is going to be what shakes me if there's a bounce right here and we keep going. So right now, monthly res is 30, so I'm probably going to lose this trade. So this is too strong. So they're basically pointing at tiebreaker. Let me show you. Let's kind of clean up my chart a little bit. It's probably a loss today, guys, so be careful. This is probably...
because I think if we have a fall out of the market, these stocks really haven't rallied this year. Their valuations are objectively more attractive, so I think they'll fall less. If we do have an expansion of the rally, then I think that would be a part of the market that would be more attractive to allocate into because they haven't really had much love, and yet they are seeing some degree of maybe earnings dropping this quarter, next quarter, but more importantly, the valuations being much more reasonable. So possibly a pair trade in there, or at least a rotation opportunity.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned about basically like these mega caps like an Apple or Microsoft. People realize like how big, like even just Apple and Microsoft.
Are all markets irrational to begin with? FM, I don't know what you mean.
To create this buy, you gotta keep your eye
How are they irrational to begin with? They were completely rational to begin with.
on mega caps, specifically Apple and Microsoft, just because of how
There were no irrational signals.
correlated they are with the SPY. That if they get some bad news,
All the lights were green.
moving into either a bullish or a bearish credit could really push your trade. So I like the thought.
And you said you thought you were supposed to sit out on irrational days. So we train you guys to sit out on irrational days or to trade very small if you do trade at all. So yes, that's the rule. When you get red or yellow or green light, or sorry, red lights, then the rule is, as a newer trader, risk management is a prime focus. You have less confidence, so you decide how you want to handle it. You can either sit out if you want, or you can trade very, very small. Yes. So like if you were to, I entered the market when it wasn't irrational, and now you're seeing some irrational signs like hedge breaks. So I'm already committed to a position. If you were to enter a position after it's already broken, structure's already broken, then you would enter the position with less confidence. Therefore, you can trade smaller. Does that make sense?
Towards 104, so it was nice to see if you caught the move this morning, bounce right off that.
Yeah. So like it's like if you wake up and come here and say, okay, I want to trade right now. You're like, oh wait, shit's already broken. Okay, let me play it small. But the more structure is still there, I commit to a trade. I'm going to take a 10R to 30 reward trade. Right, 3 to 1.
Hey guys, feel free to just raise your hand if you're looking at anything.
So on the commitment of that, I'm in the trade. So while it is irrational, I do have, a commitment to a position. I'm going to stick to it. Hi, Matt. So you can set multiple charts here on your screen. Yeah, you click this button right here to pop your charts out. There's tutorials in the Discord on how to do multi-charting. Click this button right here. Pop out extra charts. Click it. Another chart pops up. Bada bing, bada boom. Short's taken off. Looking great, yeah. I mean, I'm not super confident about the short here, but it is a 30 point drop if the S&P does fall to my level, and probably 10 points risk if I do lose the trade. Market's battling two different mechanics right now. You've got that monthly hedging is trying to fight its way bullish on that gamma's positive, but you have that gap down, that resilience is negative. So you have today's mechanic pushing harder against the monthly mechanic that's trying to push up. That is a very interesting transitional day for this close. Like if today wasn't monthly options expiration, the market would be falling really quickly based on everything I'm seeing now. But it's holding enough that these monthly positions are hanging us in there. So you get this bear pull and push. It's an interesting mechanic. So I think we're just gonna kind of be choppy and fight it for a while. It's not gonna pick a big fat fancy direction really quick.
Okay, now Norris.
Good morning. Yeah, so yes, we did have a choppy market. The good thing about ES is it always leaves some clues when it's moving, okay? So it had less than 2
This is probably going to be the part that squeezes me, though. You have these two things fighting each other. It is so neat to see this.
And it did not hit that, and the low of 42.42, it reversed back, and then went all the way till 4,400 plus. And now,
Any downside that starts triggering VIX above here is a catalyst. So the minute we start falling, this is what I want. What
the good thing about is
I want.
Tesla has come and cleaned
If I get a UVXY break this way,
last low of 212 something.
that's good for the short if I'm in a short setup today. I want to see VIX. I want to see VIX carry this market. That's what I want to see, right? I've got monthly res is fighting me. This is fighting me. Stock S&P is wanting to hold monthly resilience. It is wanting to hold. So overall, you have to think about the different mechanics here.
If these happens around the same time,
What's the desire for the gap to be pressing this way is being fought by the desire for the market to not lose structure today, for the bull side, bullish structure. Yeah, so as Brady is saying, you're stuck. Like the market is like gonna be stuck here and had the big fight. And once it breaks, it's gonna be pretty violent, one way or the other. So I don't like it. And which one? It looks like gap resilience is starting to recover itself. So yeah, so of the two, half gap resilience takes precedent over monthly resilience. Believe it or not. Remember, resilience or half gap or gap fill mechanics are stronger than liquidity map mechanics. So the gap fill is always the priority. So like right now, I'm getting the sign that I'm probably going to get squeezed unless something changes. So they fight each other. So my bet is that from the top of the box, we're going to crush that. But we lost VIX, so right out the door, the mechanic I need to create the volatility to sell this off is not there until that goes up here. So what I want is I want VIX to be above monthly. What I want is I want to not break the gap and continue to go because I'm squeezed out another 10 points. That'd be another $500 loss. I'd be down about $700 for the day. If I'm right for the day, it's about a $1,500 trade. So from here, it's from where I entered, it was a 10, well, actually more than 1,500, but it's a 3-to-1 trade if I'm right. Now, all the signs right now don't show me that I'm right, but resilience being negative is a good sign that if we do trade down here, then the bottom of the box is also resistance as well. Remember, white resilience takes precedent over yellow. So I'm betting that we're on the bottom side of the box and the box is resistance, not just MHP. and then that drags everything down. Now, us being irrational means that this is going to be delayed sometimes. So both of these have delays. So they're not going to be as super leading as we want them to be. Let's take a look at Apple and some other ones, yeah. So do you see what I'm looking for? I'm looking for mode 2 resilience resistance to sell off on this one. I'm looking for this to be the mechanic to push us down because this is negative. And I want to see that drag the rest of the market down. Remember in the priority, let's just write it up here. You have DD. And DD being closer to 5 is a little scary. It's not terrible, but it's scarier. DD better than res, greater than liquidity map. You'll see that? So half gap mode 2 res is the trade I'm making off of the box. Not just MHP, but the fact that the same spot doubles up my confidence. Now, when these two are competing, this is the priority. Do we all understand? That's why I shorted. Does everybody follow what I did? I'm on a massive winning streak. I don't think I've lost a trading day in like 2 weeks. I don't think, yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. I think I took a small loss. Maybe I took a small loss last week. But I haven't lost much since I started doing this challenge. Does resilience usually lead the move? So VIX and the market are detached. Be very careful with like saying that. VIX is just going to imply that there's volatility. And volatility usually leads to selling. Volatility doesn't mean selling happens. Volatility just means a thinner market, which means selling can topple it more easily. It's like when VIX is up, it's like punching through cardboard rather than punching through brick. So the higher the volatility, the thinner your wallet becomes. So it's easier to crack it. Think of it like that. So res usually lead the move in UVXY. They're not connected at all. Dude, now this is my computer. I've had Discord crash and reset. I just had Thinkorswim crash. I have no idea what the hell is going on with my fucking computer. I'm watching my memory. I'm not getting memory spikes. I'm not getting anything. I reformat it. Like I don't have a virus. My computer is just unstable right now and I don't know why. I do not know why. Something weird is going on with Windows. I'm gonna blame it on Windows these days. Like Discord just reset. I wake up in the lock screen, my computer just freezes. And I'm not gonna tell you, I don't have like some janky ass computer either. I have like a really nice computer. You guys have seen it. So I have a script running now that's monitoring my memory use. And I'm not getting like big memory spikes or anything, so I have no idea. But browser's crashing, and this is just when nothing's running. Like I'll come in here at night after I'm sleeping. Oh, hello. Hello, trade. All right, let's go. The joke is because I built it. I know. Don't fucking trust me to build shit. It's $500. That's good. I'm up. Just get a Mac. I have a Mac. I also have a Mac. I've got a Mac, 3 laptops, a tablet. I got a little bit of everything. Here we go. Now we're getting that big sell. Let's go, baby. Let's get that volatility we want. Come on. Keep going. Up about $400 or $500 on this spike, but so it's seriously though, like it's going to be a huge battle today. Like it's not going to be an easy sell. The market's threatening a volatility event today, but it's still on the edge. It's MOPEX, so everybody's going to be very shifty of large positions. We have to really see the greater bull sentiment. That DD ratio number still shows the greater bull market exists going into close. So it's 64%, or 64 is the fraction. Anything above 50, still bullish-ish enough. It's an aggregate of the stocks, and it's looking good. We're going to see if there's any kind of squeeze off today. It's going to be just completely hedging related. The opening below monthly hedge pressure is negative gamma for this monthly expiration, which is going to create some downside pressure. The gap down is really strong, and our resilience number, which is a gap fill predictor, is predicting flux to the downside as well. But the monthly hedge resilience is predicting flux to the upside. Two large forces pulling against each other. And when that rubber band snaps, it can be violent. So today's move up or down can actually trigger violence. VIX is responding by trying to push itself lower, which is kind of showing the market is desperately trying to hold itself bullish. So we'll see if that pressure is there to keep it going. So, I mean, I might short, I get squeezed out. Very rarely you see me push the short button. Probably 3 times this year have I done it. I just see an opportunity for this to be a quick selling pressure. Other than that, I think, you know, as Marcus Mayhem said earlier, is, you know, these types of, you know, the experienced traders will tell you the days like this just mechanically are weird and hard. Just like the third Wednesday of the month, which is what we call VIX expiration or VIX monthly options expiration. Those days just, you have large institutional shifts. You know, people that hold a position for months to quarters at a time to collect dividends are out there buying options that are months or longer in expiration, so they can hang in there through the turbulence. And, you know, if a lot of times they'll start rolling before that expiration day, but the expiration day is kind of like that last minute day. If you're still hanging in there and you haven't rolled to your next month, you're going to see a lot of people doing that, and that just causes a little bit of turbulence. Trading days aren't clean, and you know, to the novice trader, the novice investor, these are days that you just want to, you know, take with a grain of salt. Sometimes you'll see these days disgustingly sell off. I mean, just like fall to the point that your stomach is upset. And then the next Monday, then when you're in the new month, things are stable again. So it's like this day, the third Friday of the month and the third Wednesday of the month, just never use it as like a thesis as part of your greater sentiment, because there are mechanics at play that really have nothing to do with the state of the economy or everyone's real sentiment. You can just get runaway reactions that take place because you just tip the scales just enough that everybody has to pile in when they weren't expecting to. So trade small, trade light, or don't trade at all is a great strategy for the new trader in this environment. You know, these days are just a little, you know, not the easiest to play. And then of course, if you're an investor, you know, just hedge up. You know, if these turbulent days come out, you know, you can always buy some options and protect the positions that you have, put in some stops. Come on, let's get some. This is not getting the VIX. I want to get that VIX so I can get that violent sell. I should just take the $500 and call it a day. And guess what, everybody? Celebrate my birthday this weekend. Woo-wee. So I might see you guys on Monday. It just depends on how hard Daddy parties this weekend. I'm certainly not going to be available Sunday. I'm gonna let you guys know that. I'll barely be available Monday. Oh, we party hard in this family. This family is a math nerd by day, programmer, trading platform creator by night. But a fucking DJ on the weekends. Don't get me wrong. Daddy parties. Night party's good. And all my friends are also like well-to-do, successful entrepreneurs or doctors, or some of them are lawyers, whatever. They all do well, and they all like to just degen it up on the weekends, have a good time, cut loose. So we'll be unavailable starting tomorrow. Like here's how it is in the Coward family. Parties are so good. We go get dolled up the day before. Like, I'm gonna haircut and fucking manicure pedicure today. Nicole gonna get her hair done tomorrow. We're like, it's the time to go out on the town. Like we go out and we really make it like an event. Show up looking nice. So again, 99% of my life I sit here in my underwear and trade and don't really dress up too much. So it's time for me to feel like an adult once a year. Thank you guys, love y'all. Resilience, will you marry me? I know, right? Come to daddy. You have the two competing resiliences. We'll make the video about this today. Remember, they push different directions. You understand the difference, guys? So they're tiebreakers at different spots. So if you want to really think of it, tiebreaker at half gap is pointing down because of the white resilience. Tiebreaker at yellow is pointing up because of the yellow resilience. Does everyone see that? I'm up 10% on this one trade in the account. So in reality, you know, it's one of those things that when you set it up like this, come on, VIX, let's get that. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that VIX break. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Now I know I should be like, I know I'm being a little bitch. I want to cash out. Because anytime you make 10% on your account in a trade, again, this is the small account. We're sitting around the 6K range right now. 10% is always a good trade on your whole entire account. I always feel like I'm being greedy if I try to get more than 10%. That was a great read, great setup. I'm getting that VIX that I want. Come on, baby. Drop it. Great Gatsby. Yeah. So the problem is we have two things battling. You have this pushing down and this pushing up. And so as you see, there is no way to trade this when they're doing that. It's just a choppiness here. And obviously the force is going to be really high. So resilience is not really that useful inside the box because it's showing you that you have pressures this way and pressures this way. And that explains what we saw at the morning. Do you guys see that? I'm explaining to you very detailed how resilience is working. Everyone tell me you understand that so far. Monthly hedge is trying to push up. Resilience is trying to push down. So what my trade has nothing to do with this box. Even from here, I wouldn't scalp down because monthly hedge would push up, right? There's a big push in the middle. My bet is mode 2 resilience is that the box is resistance. So that's where the power of the short comes from, is that this is resistance there. This is noise. Noise right here. Noise because they're competing. And if you guys remember, resilience is greater than liquidity map. So liquidity map is MHP, hedge pressure, all that. So resilience half gap is greater than MHP. So therefore white resilience supersedes yellow resilience. But if they're at the same, if half gap here and monthly hedge are at the same spot, then that's an automatic short because you know it's going to win, but they're different spots. So all it means is going to push towards each other. So just because this is negative and that's positive doesn't mean I'm going to short because they're different places. It just means that's pushing down. So there's pressure this way and there's pressure this way. Put my P&L on the stream. Here, look, right there. I'll post like my stats like I do at the end of every week. I post like the account balance and all that stuff. On Discord. Our reporting is not really built yet. So our like inside of the platform, it doesn't show a lot of stats or anything related to the trade. We haven't programmed all that in yet. Okay. Let me delete all this really quick. So it's noise in here. You have MHP res, right? Let me draw them with different colors. Let's kind of make it easy for y'all to see that. So you have MHP res pushing up. You have res pushing down. So yellow is monthly res, right? You have two competing forces in here. All that means is this equals noise in this range. That's all it is. It just means noise. This is. So you have two competing forces, and so this is all noise, but outside of the box, I want the box to be resistance. That's what I want, what we call mode 2 res, right? I want this trade right there. And I want to hit it to DD, lower DD. How do you guys like this? We have a just breaking news, monthly hedge pressure break on VIX. This is going to create the volatility from our downside. The short I took out the door. Like, I've shorted 3 times this year. So this is a really rare case. We're discussing on the stream right now the 2 competing pressures, like the desire for the market to trade down on like today's gap is overpowering the desire for the entire market to maintain this bullish structure in a close. So you've got these large, as I know Jordan, I heard him say resilience. He felt the pain today. There was a fight between both resiliences, right? The yellow and the white one. One's very negative, one's very positive. So that fight is a really strong push and pull. Right now, you know, anytime gap fills, like the half gap, what we call our resilience, what we call use that indicator, is very actually stronger pressures and liquidity map. So that desire for the market to gap down and trade down is a stronger desire for hedge pressure to hold. Like characteristically, it typically has more volume. So we have a ranking in our indicators. And so when the white res is negative and the yellow res is positive, there's a large push and pull of 2 different mechanics. So what it probably means is there's not a lot of bullish action right now going into close. We saw in the Committee of Traders report, especially in futures, the bulls have just been holding the fort and just buying, you know, heavy amounts of puts to hang in there. There's not a lot of long accumulation taking place here, but there's not a lot of longs getting out of positions either. The mechanics to go up is really kind of short squeeze at this point. And so what we're seeing in the market now is the bulls are holding on with insurance, and late bulls are getting punished by these kind of quick drops coming down. I'm about to make $1,000 on the small account challenge. By the way, I'm about to close my short in a little bit. It's going out pretty good, but very rarely. I did take the pressure to the short pressure trade today because that gap down is just really strong. And when you open below monthly hedge pressure, I usually always short against. It's one of my favorite trades. So I think I'm up almost 10% on the account right now in this one trade. I'll take it. Fuck it. Does everyone understand the mechanic here? Looks like my candles are frozen. I mean, I'll take it for $3,000. I don't know. It's not updating. It's really weird. Whatever. Let me go ahead and flatten my position. Order rejected. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. I hate this bullshit. Oh my god, hold on one second, guys. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I flattened my position. $940 profit. I think, oh, my future socket disconnected. Okay, hold on. Jesus, my computer, I swear, I don't know what is wrong with my computer. Not rocket scooter. My socket disconnected, so when I tried to close it out, it said rejected. Okay, now I'm out of the position. That was a... Whatever. It's like my YouTube browser's crashing as well. Went ahead and closed my short for close to $1,000 profit. Just at this point, I'm taking the momentum on here. I might play it again if it pops. All right. Okay, let's talk about monthly maps really quick. Hang tight, everybody. I'm going to restart everything. Don't go anywhere just yet. My Discord reset again. I don't know if I just like, I keep asking myself if I have like a virus or something, but I had to, like somebody's just out there like, you know, hitting my computer with like commands and just trying to fuck it up. But not really what's going on because I reformatted my computer and this shouldn't have anything going on here. Okay, my socket connected. Let's connect. All right, get back in 1 second, you guys. I just logged out and logged in. So honestly, something is weird with my computer because I'm sitting here and like Discord resets, Thinkorswim crashed a little bit ago, and I have no idea. And it just all of a sudden started being weird when like I said, I either have bad hardware somewhere, like my water cooling leaked on my RAM or some shit. But I look, nothing seems to be problematic on my end, so. But hey, that's about $1,000 gain on that, so that's not a terrible 1,000-ish. I don't know exactly what it was when I closed out. It said it was jumping around really quick. The streak continues. Hey, what a great trade today, right? I probably should have held for longer, but we're going to see if I can get a pop. Better use an Apple system. So this, I should have held for the whole R to R, to be honest, but I still don't have the clearest signals in the world that I want. Okay, now we get the deterioration of monthly hedge. So I closed maybe about 10 points too early, but that's okay. Could have been a $1,500 trade. I took, remember I said it was $1,500 if I make it, $500 if I lose, and I took about 1,000 of it. I got 2/3 of the way there, and then I just bailed on it. Easy. That's an easy setup in the decision-making priority of our stuff. Y'all like that? Boom, 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 boom. All right, tell all your friends about Rocket Scooter. Seriously, guys. I think we're looking for, getting more people to check out our system and style. By the way, subscribe to the stream. By the way, our marketplace, we're working on getting this thing launched. If you are interested being a vendor on our marketplace, you got anything to sell, I don't care what it is. You got a newsletter, you have a service, a trade room, you have an indicator, you have scanner settings, you have special indicators you use, like Zipper, like Mohammed, one of our dudes in there always has his own style that he uses next to Rocket Scooter. He could bundle that up and sell it, and you can just add it immediately to your Rocket Scooter charts. Like, what is someone else's style? You have a style you want to sell, you have alerts, you have scanner, you have trading rules, all of that. We'll have the ability for you to bundle that up and deliver it to your clients in our ecosystem. We're building the world's biggest trading ecosystem, the Amazon for traders. And that's launching very soon, or sooner rather than later. Is that Zipper? Yeah. Mohammed. That's our boy Zipper. He is a prime example of a rock solid Rocket Scooter student who utilizes the things we teach to add to an existing system he uses, right? So he uses our tools to help sway bias in a technical system that he uses, right? Which you don't have to use my exact style of trading, but he understands the mechanics of resilience. So like people that use other trading systems, right? Why switch what works for you? Like what good is abandoning what it is that you do? 100%. But no, it's a decision-making factor. What if you used indicators, right, that had a little jumbled upness, like MACDs, moving averages? And what happens if you got a moving average signal that was a crossover and you needed some extra, but it's choppy and you needed some extra tiebreaker? That's whenever you would use resilience and hedge pressures as additional tiebreakers or liquidity maps, just to give you an extra layer of bias to what you want to do. What about golf clubs? You sell golf gloves? Bro, that's awesome. Yeah. That and trading your two passions. Hell yeah. Have a good weekend. Yo, Sabbath. Later, my man. You have a good one, dude. You have a happy Sabbath.
Yeah, I was able to cash in nicely this morning on this drop in SPY. I missed the opportunities in AMD. I mean, I talked about it and then I started watching SPY. That was a nice move to the upside. It's now testing at 103, 32 as well. So I'm watching AMD maybe to the upside if you can find some footing in the market and AMD keeps looking strong there. But yeah, no, got caught the flush, which is great. That's studying in my model all week here with SPY is catching these downside moves. So yeah, loving it. I've got a little bit more time to trade, so kind of sitting back now.
Yeah, well, to go with that, Adam, it's like to hope for a reversal, to hope for something. Normally, when the market sets itself to move, I just kind of let it fall, and if I miss the trade, I sit out and let it go. Now, mechanics of expiration, I'll teach you guys one more thing. If you want to hope for something to happen, like if you say, man, I just hope it turns around, I get an opportunity. Usually at 2 p.m., this is a trick, and this is a trick since the CBOE came out with new options that expired every day for index products. Remember, this was like a year ago. So now we have 0-day expiring options every day. Every day at about 2 p.m. Eastern, when New York and Chicago are back from lunch, you start to see volume in the index ramp up. The volume ramps up as people are starting to exercise, positions or cause gamma runs or delta runs because the price moves really quickly. It can start a chain reaction because of 0 days. This happens every day now. So if anyone's ever a trader, and I know it's a terrible form to be in a place where you're like, I just hope it goes another way or hope for a bounce or hope for reversal. 2 p.m. is the time you want to hope. You will see the biggest random act in the market. Markets tend to just pivot randomly every day at 2 p.m. So you want to learn something from me today? Go back to every chart you've ever looked at on the index and notice at 2 p.m. the market just picks up volume, it starts to ramp up to close, and it always pivots randomly, does something weird. All your technical indicators will break at 2 p.m. because that's where humans are coming in, exercising options, a bunch of random stuff. So typically when markets fall like this and I go, maybe we'll get a bounce, I usually come back and check in about 30 minutes for 2 just to kind of get ready for that. So I only trade those randomness moves. But seriously, everybody go look at a chart. You will see that if you have a signal that you usually use after 2 p.m., the integrity's gone. So we have this huge rule, like markets are random at that point, don't like enter new trades. But a lot of times you can get that surprise run up to expiration, which being monthly, it wouldn't be a shock if that did happen. So I don't see like this selling off today as, okay, I'm gonna jump in because the market's about to crash. This is an expiration mechanic day, right? Market's selling off today because of expiration mechanics only. You're taking a bull market that's been bullish for an entire month and shocking it with a gamma squeeze to the downside. It's forcing people to sell and short. This is not like a sentiment thing. So like I'm saying, it could very well be at 2 o'clock, the market rallies and finds higher highs. It's gonna be very random and weird today. So normally I took my short and closed out. I mean, I had a huge gain on that and then just kind of sit out and wait, chime at the end of the day. So that's my tip for these days. Yeah. Honestly, think we might actually, I don't know, it's hard to say, but I would say that like here, the market's not actionable. It's the volatility is creating a gamma squeeze on its own, 19 break on UVXY. Ashton mentioned that this morning. Seeing that's one of the main instruments we watch for mirroring the VIX because we can do liquidity maps on anything with options. So we use UVXY as one of our tricks to monitor VIX. VIX itself is in a call squeeze environment right now. It's in a little runaway reaction. It's going to cause a little abnormal volatility here. The market's just going to be a little nasty a little bit. Hey, Ashton, did you trade? Did you trade this today?
I was gonna say, Ashton actually put out a really good tweet before you answer that, Ashton, about the expected range on SPY today, or SPX, or whatever market. I don't know, you want to touch on that too.
Yeah, the expected move on the SPX was 31 points today. Just to compare that,
Anybody short today? What'd y'all do?
The daily expected move on the SPX was about.
Thank Karan. Oh, thanks, buddy. How'd you do this week, man?
So the expected move.
How have you been, by the way?
So in general, what I like to use is the bigger the expected move on the SPX, the more.
Let me show you where I'm having my birthday.
But to answer your question, Matt, no, I haven't taken a trade. I'm eyeing Netflix very, very closely. It's just under its monthly hedge pressure. But the Netflix is just like any other stock.
This is where my birthday's gonna be.
The stock market, the market itself has had a pretty good move to the downside, and it's approaching.
Let me show you really quick. It's birthday dinner.
So, not sure if there's any.
Let's see if there's a gallery. Show what it's like.
Yeah, if there was a bounce to happen on SPY,
There's like a it's in Houston. There's a giant. It's like a restaurant lounge. There's a DJ. There's a party. There's a giant Poseidon statue and usually mermaids dancing in the middle. It's pretty cool.
guys, you haven't followed the Rocket Scooter account?
Dude, Houston's restaurant scene is just
Not only that,
hella dope
we are coming
these
up to our
days.
8,000th
Hold on.
resistance point. The TA on this company looks incredible.
If you guys are in Houston, y'all stop by CL that night. Let me know.
We're gonna
It's,
break out the
we'll
upside
crash
here.
our party.
Up to monthly head pressure, so definitely could break out. But we need some help from some people.
Let me show you some. That just shows it empty, but you said some pictures here. Hold up.
Hopefully we can break out of that 8,000 follower resistance. Jordan, what's up, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch
Hold on.
talking about
I want to show you like the party side of it.
getting the trend down.
It's full party, bottle service, mermaids dancing while you eat. It's pretty cool. But like at night, it turns into after dinner's over, it kind of turns into a club. I'm trying to see if I can't find any of the kind of like party pictures. But it gets pretty rowdy. They do like. Oh, let me look at the Instagram actually. That's Yelp. We went there for New Year's. That's how I know about this place. When I was there for New Year's, I was like, oh, dude. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'd love to like. There you go. There's just one picture. Oops. Like the table. I mean, it's almost like a club where they do bottle service and the signs and pop bottles. It's always pretty people that go there. Like there's some pretty people. There's a dress code. Oh my goodness. Anyways. So it's gonna be pretty chill. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And it's like a set dinner menu and it's pretty cool. We don't really like spend all. What's funny about us is that we don't spend a lot of money. That's how we kind of are. And we don't really party a lot. Like Nicole's whole trip to Asia this last week. Last 3 weeks, she spent probably. Well, okay, so we have this. I can't tell you our how we fly, but we have this trick with flying. We fly for practically nothing. There we go. 3 weeks in Asia cost her less money than our 1 weekend in Chicago. We're experts at not spending money and saving money. So that way when we do go out and do a little bit of a party, we can splurge a little tiny bit. We haven't really had a big party since the rocket scooter party. And the rocket scooter party was a huge waste of money. No, it wasn't a waste of money. It was a huge spend of me. Because we just had like a 3-day party. But normally throughout the year, believe it or not, we'll go out and get we'll go to a club and get 2 or 3 tables. Like a huge, that's how huge our group of friends are. And each table has like a $3,000 minimum. So it's 15 grand a weekend, but it's split between like 30 or 40 people that are all multimillionaires. So you're like pitching in like $300-400 for the party because all of our friends. So it's like it's kind of fun when you have a lot of wealthy friends and they all party at the same time every weekend. You don't really spend a lot of money. So imagine like a $15,000 tab split 30 ways. You're just paying out $500, and that's like a normal date night. So we live on the cheap. It's kind of fun. But yeah, in Asia, it's super cheap if you go out there and travel. Like, so she didn't spend a lot of money there so that we could, or that she didn't spend a lot of money there so that, you know, we could live up to our motto in life is you don't get rich by wasting money. That's for sure. We're very conservative with our spending. So that way when we need something, we can get nice things, like I can get a nice computer or whatever. Yeah, I'm excited to go to CL again. I go there a lot though. My friends, or go there again, you know, for a party. My friends usually have their, so usually like on the nights, like it's always gonna be somebody's birthday or something. They'll go there to eat dinner and enjoy. And about 11 or 12, they'll roll out to another club. And Houston is in Texas, so like, you know, we're not like other cities where you can party all night. After 2 o'clock, you have to know where to go. Everything closes down. They don't serve liquor, so you got to find like the after hours places where they serve liquor if you're somebody important, and they'll serve you vodka in water bottles. Like you'll have Dasani bottles that look like they're full of water and they're full of vodka. There's cops at the door, but you know, they're paid off if you know someone, they let you in, kind of place. So Texas has that, like 2 a.m. everything shuts down, but we stay out till the morning for sure. The way we know people is our friends usually own those clubs. But Houston is in Texas, believe it or not. Wine, champagne. Yeah, I do kind of like, we drink wine usually every night, but we go to like Costco and we'll get like, we're not like fancy wine drinkers at all. We're like degen wine drinkers. It's like if it's less than $5, it tastes like shit. If it's between like $7 and $15, it tastes like gold to me. So we're like a $10 bottle of wine family here. Champagne, I mean, if you guys, some of y'all came to the Rocket Scooter party, y'all know what it is. I like liquor. I drink a lot. You know, my friends are like the Cristal, the Dom, you know, the glow in the dark bottle of Dom type people. Classy Azul. They're spenders. They like to throw money at parties and they do it every weekend. Me, I just need a good bottle of Casamigos, to be honest, and just give me some, give me some wet brute. I don't need the glow in the dark green Dom Perignon bottle. The only time you'll ever see me wasting money at a club on liquor is when I have to meet the bottle minimum, and we didn't do it. So if your table is like minimum 3,000 or whatever, like Rocket Scooter party, we got 2 tables. And I did this to be fun. Like, this is when Nicole and I first met. It was early in our relationship. And she's like, man, I love going to clubs. I love partying and, you know, blah, 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 when I do. But I hate people. I love, like, you know, being in my element. I don't like people crowding me, and I just like having a table. And I was like, oh, well, we have probably like, you know, God, we had a party with like 100 people came to that Rocket Scooter party, at least easily 100 people. And we went out, probably 30 some people are going to the club. So I knew that. So to impress her, I got a second table just for her, and it was roped off the entire night, and it was the front table right by the DJ, and no one could go there at all. It was just roped off. And when she showed up, I had my friend owned that club, and I had the attendants escort her like a queen to that one table that was just hers and set up just for her. And she was like, this is the most flattering thing anyone's ever done for me. You roped off the booth by the DJ and left it open on a Saturday night. And everyone kept asking who was going to be there. And like, she's like, I walked in like I was a celebrity. Like everyone was like, why is that nobody in that booth right there? So she had her own table. And then like some of our friends migrated to it when she got there, but it was that was me being creative. And so in that table, we had, obviously I had to hit the minimum. So by the end of the night, they were like, you gotta spend $2,000 here too. And I was like, oh, all right, whatever, get the Dom, let's fill it up. And so when you have to hit the minimum, then you did. But I mean, there's like, 30 people there, so they all drink it. But like for me, I don't like to waste money on liquor. I'm not that one of those showboaty type peeps. Kevin was down in Austin, went to Comedy Mothership and Longhorn Game. Dude, Austin is so much fun. Road trip is 3 hours away. I go there many times throughout the year. Austin is just great. I mean, it's like the one place in Texas that is never runs out of fun. Houston's fun, but like we have a different kind of fun. We're a very bland kind of city. We have everything a big city can want, you know, sports, events, art, architecture, you know, whatever. It's not a lot of tourist attractions. The restaurant scene in Houston, as I showed you, CL, the restaurant scene in Houston is comparable to like a Vegas or Miami or New York, or even better. The restaurants here, they're popping up left and right. Like the one I showed you, the mermaids dancing. You're going to come to Houston, you're going to eat like it's Vegas. Every chef is coming here and building up. So it's like, that's what to do here. But Austin is like live music and coffee shops, and there's like a fitness culture, and everybody's just like artsy and weird and cool and riding bikes. There's people sitting on the street painting pictures. There's street musicians everywhere. It's like, it's a fun experience, just like Bourbon Street used to be a fun experience 2 decades ago. It's not really that fun anymore, but like you go there and it's like you get a 6th Street. Dude, it's just like, it's never not a good time. Super walkable, millions of bars.
You know, Apple leads this market. Look what it's doing.
You spend like your manager McDonald's baller. You take hell. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's how you do it. Is it Steiner Ranches on Austin, Texas? 42.35 short side target. All right, so we hit our lower. There's Ashland's 31 point expected range, lower DD band on S&P. That's my call out target from this morning was 42.68. We mentioned that was where I was looking for the market to go to. So I closed my short early, just take some profits, but that's a pretty solid post, Ashland. I just read what you wrote. Very nice, good call out.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. So this morning, I talked about.
So for me at the club, this is what I need. I need a bottle of Casamigos
42.56 to 8.
and some ice cubes, and that's good. I drink chilled Casamigos with a lime.
Right? Or not Petrus, but
So I'm super cheap.
it's in that zone where people.
I'm not the.
But that's what
I'm not the.
and also into broke finally that strong.
And Nicole, when Nicole met me, she was very like impressed. You know, she's Vietnamese, and like her family is very big on like, you know, cook your own food, save your money, don't waste your money kind of thing. Like culturally, her whole family's like that. And she's like, you're just like us. She's like, everyone in her family, you know, they're all investors in different things. They all have extra side hustles, side businesses. They all make a lot of money in different things. And she's like, yeah, we don't spend our money. We make a lot of money, we don't spend it. She's like, that's so cool, you're just like that. I was like, yeah. You wouldn't know I had anything. I'm very frugal. If you walk into my office, you'll be like, holy fuck, okay, this dude spends money on stuff. But that's it. My garden, it's my hobby is gardening. It costs nothing. I grow my own food. So where is the CL is going to be the party? This is the one time we probably would splurge. So I'll send you guys pictures and videos and let y'all know how it turns out. But I'm excited. It's always a fun time. So monthly map is going to be a little convoluted going into the final expiration, right? We always talk about this iron wall. Today is always going to be.
Just look at the SPY. Look at the volume. Look at the volume that just came in, and we hit that lower bear zone doomsday band.
Wanted to give one more quick shout out for all the speakers that have been on here. I got half huge show there. Special. We'll have people next week. Heavy live streaming and running that expecting some action to happen. If you haven't already, make sure to follow that rocket. Right up at 8K. You only need 2 more right there. So go ahead and make sure that you're getting that in before the stream closes out.
Look at that solid gold pivot at DD band. It's a full, yeah. So you can see right now the monthly maps on SPY still look strong and bullish. There's nothing wrong with that. It looks good, but it's just expiring mechanic. Remember, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today,
That it just showed off the bottom of the bear zone is literally insane. I mean, we just bounced to the penny, and we were given that 423 like 0.04 level. So that's actually nuts right there that we just bounced.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up to monthly and then reject off monthly.
Yep.
So pretty crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, and then in the future side, that exact 42.66, you look on my stream right now, that rock solid pivot, that's the lower DD band. That was Ashton's call of the day too. So that is a futures pivot too. They're all lining up, but these are just, yeah, we did our homework creating these tools. Appreciate that you appreciate it.
today.
95% of all the wine sold in the U.S. is under $15. Yeah, like I'm in that Costco wine.
Myself or someone from the team will reach out to you and talk to you a bit more about it. So thank you all, guys. Be careful for the rest of the day. It's Friday. Don't move your ass on a Friday, and we will see you on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Bye.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to recreate something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold on. I'm gonna try to recreate a scenario where DD band is being funky. Okay, I'm gonna try to build out. Load window layout. Let's see if this works. Okay, so let me try to hold on really a second. Hold on for a second, you guys. I'm going to try. Maybe I'll reload my defaults. Platform settings. Let me reset the default real quick. Hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Trying to remember where I moved this to. Where do we have our defaults? You guys can tell me real quick. Where did we reset all settings to default? It's somewhere in here. Getting into biodynamic. What is that? Tell me what that is, Randolph. Settings. Chart liquidity map. Oh, here we go. Load default. Okay. Now let's see if that works. I will reproduce for him. Does anyone else here, can you confirm really quick? If you open a child chart, we call the small charts. If you can open a child chart for me real quick. Somebody test this out. Open up something and then like, say for instance, SPY. And click monthly map and tell me if you get that same jumble thing and then it doesn't switch to daily mode and it's not just me. Or if it is just me. Can someone run that for me real quick and tell me you get the same experience? Just a little glitchy glitch. Okay, so let me. Just a small, I don't know if it's happening everywhere. Let me see if it's just there as well. Yeah, no, it's on main chart as well. Let me remove liquidity map. Let's add it back. Let me go through my traditional steps here. Deleted, added back, still does it. Can somebody else help me out really quick? Anybody here? First person that does it, I'll be very grateful. Oops. Don't do that. Can somebody click monthly map on your platform? 100 something people here, and tell me if this happens to you or not, if you don't mind. It worked. Yours is good, right? Is it just me? Thank you. Appreciate you, Ben. Okay, yeah, it seems to be just me. That is so weird. Why am I just having a weird... Edge hates me. Y'all's looks good too? Yeah. Yeah. But still, could be anyone lodged into this situation. It's not any members, just me. Okay. All right, I'm Jods here. Okay, check it out. All right, let's fresh reset. Okay. Fresh load of platform, fresh reset. All right. So when I do SPY, things load up good. Number one, let's just do like, okay, let's do one thing. So number one, I'm not auto scaling. So make sure I have auto scaling is set. Auto scaling is set. Like, my thing isn't auto scaling, number one. On the x-axis, auto scale is not doing anything. So that is one thing. Let me make sure my settings are here. Liquidity map. Chart. Display, okay, auto scaling. All right, make sure that's turned on. All right, so maybe that's what it was. So SPY is here. Okay. So now when I switch to monthly map, it's working. Did I trigger that by turning auto scaling off? Now it's working. That could be the bug because I had auto scaling turned off. So let's go ahead and that could be it, Amjad. Hold on. Look, let me recreate it. The auto scaling was turned off. Okay. So let's do QQQ. All right. So with auto scaling turned off, that could be what it is. And maybe everybody has auto scaling turned on and that's why they're not experiencing it. Okay. So fresh refresh. So I think it's a bug with the auto scaling. Okay. So let's go to SPY. Okay. So auto scaling is turned off. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't not go to D. That has nothing to do with scaling. That should still work. Okay, look, Amjad, if you're still here, look, let me show you. So auto scaling is turned off. Monthly map doesn't switch to the candle duration. That has nothing to do with auto scaling, so. Monthly map switch should change chart drawing mode to daily candle. Scaling or no scaling. Okay, cool. So scaling or no scaling, it should still do the same thing. So auto scaling, right, as we know, is just for centering the indicator on the screen. It should have nothing to do with what's drawn. Even if it's not auto scaled, it should still draw it off the screen. So auto scaling should just center the indicator. So that actually found the bug. The bug is when auto scaling is turned off, the monthly maps get weird. So not only, this is what happens. See, when I switch from daily to monthly map, then what it does is it draws like some kind of weird artifacty sort of thing, and it still has bull and bear zones drawn. It messes up the drawing mode. So even though auto scaling is turned off, that should just scale what you draw inside of the frame, right? It shouldn't affect what is drawn. What is drawn is independent of auto scaling. So there's the bug. I'm glad I found it. So what happens is from here, if I click Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and click all, there's a, hold on. First, if I click daily chart, it does this. So that's completely an artifact of drawing monthly map with the 1 minute still loaded, which is mixing liquidity map plus monthly map and drawing them all in one spot, and then it messes up the logic that draws these lines and stuff. So what's happening, so let's recreate the bug really quick, which is nice. I'm glad I find these things. Okay, refresh, auto scaling turned off, sockets connected. You just type in any ticker with auto scaling turned off. You turn monthly map on. It should switch to D, and it should draw them correctly. It should not change your focus of where the candles are. So that's the bug. You got it? I'm glad I found it. So auto scaling is not something everybody's going to want to turn on, but yeah, okay, cool. So that's a good find. And then from here, if I do switch to daily mode, it's going to look wonky and funky. And even if I switch tickers, it's still, oops, sorry. Even with auto scaling turned off, here's Apple. Where's monthly map? Nothing's showing up. I have to click refresh to get it to show up. That's bug number 2. Then I have to refresh for drawings to show up with auto scaling disabled as well. This could be what I was experiencing this morning. Having to refresh to get my liquidity maps to show up because auto scaling is turned off. They should be independent. Both are. Yeah. So that is one thing. So if I can't switch tickers, right, NVIDIA, with auto scaling turned off, I have to refresh to draw. That's a huge bug, and people can think that it's broken. Number 3, make sure new users default auto scale on first loadout. Another thing that I noticed is number 4 is I have to display auto scaling checked. It's not overriding the default. So when I check this, it's not overriding the default. That toggle but it's not working. Fix that too. So that's why I thought I had auto scaling on the whole time, and it's not changing. Look at this, it's not changing. John, if you're still here. Like, this is not changing the default. That's the disconnect. The entire time I thought I had scaling turned on. That was the bug. Okay, cool. So here's the overall bug, everybody. Display auto scaling is broken, and that causes chain reaction. I love bug testing. I find all these little things. So now everything should be fine. AMD. We should load up. Monthly map should be good. There it is. So there it is, guys. See, whenever you experience a problem, this is a great example. These are just little things, right? So what actually happened was this created chain reaction, caused a bunch of problems. Okay. So one thing to take note of is that whenever you have a problem like that, you can always try to walk through and find a solution and step change and help us out by finding little bugs that we wouldn't know, like in some tiny corner of the platform. I actually broke my own platform. I think one time I was doing a demonstration, and I think I just turned off the global setting here so that it would stop moving around while I was like, or recentering while I was trying to something off the screen, and I never changed it back, and now that caused all those little issues. But now I walked into it, figured it out, so that's good. Now everything should be fine. Let's load up my window layout, and things should be okay. That even, so all of those pieces, so it should. Okay, that's it. Nice. Try one more thing. I'm gonna try to find a few more bugs. Let's see. It's a great trading day today, guys, honestly. Okay, let me turn up auto scaling. Let's refresh. Let's see if that took. Okay, let's turn it on, save changes, refresh. Yes, I'm doing this on stream. You guys can join the party with us. Okay, load default. And that could be part of the chain reaction of some of the things I was experiencing this morning. Last couple of days. I was like, because I forgot I turned that feature off. But then I saw this and thought I had it turned on. This should toggle the global setting, and it isn't. That's detached. So that is the actual bug, and that caused a bunch of other bugs to fall up, which is neat. The monthly map isn't showing up correctly with auto scaling turned off. And look, it's perfect now. It's like, oh, it's nice. So. Good deal. All right, so monthly map's looking bullish, nice and clean. VIX monthly map looking still volatile-ish. Bear squeezing. We're not in a decay pattern VIX. It's actually kind of looking bad. Dang, okay. Let's get QQQ. I'm gonna call it a day. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll do a Zoom call in about... We'll do a Zoom call today at noon, actually, my time. So 2 hours from now. And then... That will be that'll be what we do, because I'm going to be busy for the rest of the afternoon. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. All right, follow the stream, subscribe to the channel.